Hey Lano educators, today we're talking about videos in the classroom and some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages. One of the really cool things about videos in the classroom is that you can video at home. This is a way of sharing some of you with your students. They really enjoy it. It also means that when you're really sick, you can do a video for your sub right from your house and not have to leave. They can also see your great dog who's trying to lick your face when you're talking. It's just something that's a little bit more interesting. It's a little different. It's something that they don't usually see in the classroom, and it's a way to build relationships. It's a good idea to take videos in a lot of different places so that every video doesn't look the same. And so there's different things behind you. It's even great to have different places during your videos, because students are from a different world than when we grew up, and they're used to a lot of different stimulation. They're used to things changing around, and you'll keep their interest better if things don't always look the same while you're talking. Another really important thing about videos is you want to make sure you know what you're trying to achieve when you have the video, that you have a plan and you have an objective, just like when you're doing a lesson. Don't just be talking, doing anything. Make sure that whatever you're doing is going towards something so that when you get done, you know if you've achieved your desired result. One of my favorite ways to video is to video while I'm walking. Right now it's kind of dark, so this is probably not the best time to video unless there's something you're trying to achieve here. Be aware of what your lighting looks like, because it's not very exciting just to watch something black, even though they can hear you talking. Another thing about videos that's really great is they can be any place that you are. The kids love seeing you in different places and seeing videos in different places, but be aware, if I'm somewhere like Stripes, it might be loud. I might have to talk louder than normal. So my favorite kind of video, the one that I use a whole lot, is one that I kind of think of as the walk and talk. So this is something that if you watch YouTube at all, you'll see it's really popular right now with the kids and with people you may be familiar with. And it sounds just like what it sounds like. You walk and you talk at the same time. It may take you a little bit of practice because you kind of want to keep your face somewhat centered at least. You want to be able to talk without huffing and puffing and sounding like you've been running a marathon. And you want to kind of be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to have a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on behind you, because that can be really distracting while you're walking and talking. Just like all the other videos, you want to make sure that you know what you're trying to get done, I guess I would say with that, what your objective is, what you're trying to get your students to understand, so you're just not rambling on about nothing while you're walking and talking. We're going to go to my classroom next, and I'm going to show you how I would do videos in my classroom. The nice thing about recording videos in your classroom is this is an area that you're familiar with. This has all the tools that you're used to using during the day, and it has all of your supplies. The bad thing with video in your classroom is it's what the kids see all the time, so it's not probably quite as exciting as if you're doing a video at Stripes or at your home, or you're doing a video even walking up and down the hallways. This is probably a great place to start with videos because you're familiar with it, you're more comfortable with it. But I would encourage you to spread your wings as you go, try different things. The other really nice thing about videoing in your classroom is that you have your whiteboard in your classroom. Another great thing about boards is that when I'm in my room and I have my whiteboard, I can kind of script out what I want to say. For instance, right now at the end of this video, we want to talk about why videos are good for your classroom. One of the things that I used videos for a lot when I very first started using them, this is how I used them, was for subs. When I am gone, quite frankly, the subs are not an expert in your field. They have new kids to deal with. They have new schedules to deal with. Sometimes it's a different campus than they're used to. All kinds of crazy things going on. We can't really expect them to be a subject in our content area as well. So when you have a sub, if you have a video, you know your students are going to get taught the way you want them to be taught. They're going to get taught covering the material you want to be covered. And it's going to get completely done with nothing happening that was unexpected as far as somebody giving them answers they shouldn't have, or telling them a way to do it that's different than how you want to do it. The other reason is that when students are absent, if you've made a video, when a student is absent, they can just come in during advisory or even at home and watch the video and catch up on what was done in class. They are not actually missing something like they would if there was no video. It could also be an attention grabber. You can do all kinds of crazy things in videos that you can't do in life. Maybe you'd be surprised how much more students will want to listen to you if you're doing something like balancing a cone on your head while you're doing the video. In fact, whatever I'm saying right now, they'd probably be rewinding and watching a bunch of times. And so if I have a really important concept, this might be a way to get them to get it. Which brings me to the next subject, is that they can rewind and they can rewatch the video as many times as they want to. I use this a lot of times with worksheets. Math can be really, really hard. Worksheets can be difficult. If I'm showing the examples how to do the problems on the worksheet, they can watch that over and over again and make sure they really, really understand it. One thing I forgot to write on my board, it allows me to differentiate, because we can show the video, and the kids that got the video, they can already be working along with the video and doing it. And if they don't get the video, it allows me to work with the students who are not getting it, while the other students are still working on their stuff and staying on task. So it lets me work with small groups a lot more. It can also be a time saver. When you're teaching in class, you can get on bunny trails. You can have announcements going off in the speaker. You have interruptions. You have students that you're dealing with maybe for behavior or trying to keep on task. When you have a video, you don't have any of that going on. And so you're able to be very, very focused with what you're doing. You're able to have an agenda, and you can get done in maybe 10 minutes on a video what might take 20 or 30 minutes in class. If you're dealing with a big difference in students' abilities in the class, that's going to mean a lot to the students who can get things quickly, who can understand, because what happens, and we all know this happens, the students who really get it are bored and they get in trouble. The students who don't get it are lost, and so they get in trouble, and we're teaching to the middle. So here's my agenda right here, and I was able to make sure that I hit everything because I have it written on my board right behind me. I can't wait to see what you guys do with videos.